first budget of the new year. Can you believe it? It's time to sit down and do our January budget. Stick around. Hey guys, my name is Kristin. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you watching today. I am sharing my first budget of 2020. I seriously don't know how it's 2020 already. Holy crap, that makes me feel so old. I want to quickly tell you that I think I might be getting sick, so I'm going to be drinking some tea as we go through this video, but I wanted to get it filmed and get it up for you because the craziness of Christmas is right here, like starting tomorrow for our family. So I hope you're done with all your Christmas shopping. I hope you are ready. If you celebrate Christmas or whatever you may be celebrating this time of year, I hope it's wonderful for you. And I am going to just hop over on my computer and jump right into my January budget. Okay guys, so I have a little bit different setup in my office. I don't know if you can see here behind me, but I've switched things up a little bit in an effort to improve the lighting in my office and also just make it a little bit more functional. Normally when I do these videos, you see the windows behind me, they're all lit up and I just can't seem to offset that weird lighting that comes in there. So if you think it looks better, let me know in the comments. I love hearing your feedback and I would appreciate it. Thank you. So let's get into the video. You can see down here, see up here, it still says 2019 budget, but that's okay. I just need to make a whole new sheet so I can copy them over. So for now, we're just going to work with it. I've gone through and cleared out the income. To tell you the truth, I have no idea what my husband's income is going to be for January. So we did have a talk the other day about him trying to do some more overtime. He mentioned I'm just going to go ahead and estimate both incomes, I think at 2,000 for each half of the month. He will not be getting a raise in the beginning of the year like he should be because he is a union member at his job and their contract is not settled, so they will probably have to go to arbitration and his raise will have to come whenever they finally agree upon a contract. So I'm going to estimate 2,000 for both paychecks here. As far as I know, none of our expenses have really changed for the new year. So I'm still looking at putting $715 over to our mortgage account, and that is held in Ally Bank, and I'm doing $715 each half of the month. So if you haven't seen my budget videos before, we do a budget on a monthly basis, but we break it down by paycheck. My husband gets paid every 2 weeks. So you'll hear me refer to the first half of the month, which means everything we're going to pay with this paycheck that comes in the first half of the month, and the second half of the month or his second paycheck. So that is kind of how I break down my expenses and income in my budget videos. If you're new here, I have an entire playlist with all of my budgeting videos. I will link that up here. You can check that out and go through all of them. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments below. This is pulling our numbers from December, and as our new bills come in for the new month, I will update them, but I just go off of the previous month as a good estimate. So right now our natural gas looks to be about 108, our electric about 81, our water and sewer about 157, and those will all come out the second pay of the month. Our internet and cable will be about 127, cell phone is about 199, our trash, that has a little asterisk there, that is because our trash bill is quarterly, so I actually transfer $30 to our savings account every month, and then when the bill comes in, and I believe the bill is actually due for January, I will keep the $30 in the checking account for this month and pull the $60 from the past 2 months out of savings into checking, and then I will pay the full bill from there. House maintenance, this is a cash envelope. I'm going to go ahead and add $25 each half of the month, and you will see those tally up below in the cash envelope section. This is gas for our cars. We do $75 both half of the month. And vehicle maintenance, my husband did just replace the oil in both of our cars. So that depleted that car maintenance envelope a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this at $35 each half of the month so we can start to build that back up. God forbid if we have any maintenance that we need to do on our vehicles. Next is groceries, and I don't know if I announced this formally, but I have kind of bumped this up to $4.50 a month. Restaurants, $30 first half of the pay, $30 second half of the pay. I'm going to keep that there for sure because with the holidays, I feel like you definitely get a little bit more takeout or we might go out to eat here and there. Sam's Club, we definitely need some things from Sam's Club coming up. So I'm actually going to switch that, I think, to 30 and 30 each pay. So we will just even that out. I had it set up a little differently for last month, so we're going to put that back to 30. Walmart, I'm not budgeting anything for separately. That was when we were doing our groceries a little bit different. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take that out of there altogether for now. Sports and activity fees. My son decided he actually wants to try lacrosse in the spring this year. He used to do spring soccer, which was very cheap, but lacrosse is very pricey. So that is going to end up costing us probably $250 for this month. So I'm going to go ahead and split that between the first half of the pay and the second half. I'm going to go ahead and split that between the first and second pays of the month. And I'm going to do 75 and 175. That's going to give me a total of $250 extra to put towards lacrosse. Kid commission goes in a cash envelope. I'm going to go ahead and add $10 and $5 the second half. Kid stuff, I'm going to keep that at $25 each half of the month. I'm going to skip the cash envelope section because we are addressing all of these as we go through the expenses throughout the entire spreadsheet. So we'll come up here. Church, we give $150 the first pay of the month. World Vision, we are still giving $29 to World Vision. That's the first half of the month. I'm going to zero out our spontaneous giving. That was for the holidays. We budgeted specifically because we had something we wanted to do specifically in mind, but otherwise we just budget $0 for spontaneous giving. And if something comes up, we give and we work it all out afterwards. Our emergency fund, that comes out later. My IRA, I am going to stop contributions on my IRA for January because I am actually going to roll it over into a completely different account. So I don't want the automatic contributions coming out. In fact, mental note, I need to do that today. Stash is just $1 maintenance fee. I still have some money sitting in there, but I'm not actively contributing now. We are not beginning any specific sinking funds until baby step 3 is complete and our emergency fund is complete. Our auto insurance is probably going to be due in February, so this is still going to go into our savings account. Life insurance for my husband and myself will go into our savings account and is debited there automatically. Our pet insurance is billed to our credit card automatically each month. Pet food, we have a whole big bag for both my dogs and my cats right now, so we're good there. Vet care, I put $30 into our vet care cash envelope each half of the month, and our cat litter is automatically delivered on the second half of the month. I'm going to actually give that an asterisk because that is billed to our credit card as well. And down here to our personal money, I have to adjust this. My husband gets $65. I will get $60. We pay for his gym membership in the second half of the month. We're going to do $75 and $75 for gifts because we have a ton of birthdays coming up, including my son. Lunch money I'll keep at $10 and $10. Doctor and meds at $50 and $50. We've gone through a bunch of doctor and meds with people being sick and needing prescriptions lately. Toiletries, I'll keep that at $10 and $10. Spotify actually comes out of my husband's personal money the first half of the month. I think we're going to be switching that soon too and just pay for Spotify with our family budget and give him his full $75 personal money. Spend $70 and $70 each half of the month. Clothing, I have a $50 and $25. I'm going to bump that down to $25 and $25. Haircuts, everybody in my house except me needs a haircut. I just chopped mine off. You can't really see it, but I'm good for a while, and I will trim it here at home in between my hair appointments with my stylist. So I'm going to keep 30 and 30 in haircuts, and date night is going to be $100 in the beginning of the month. I forgot to actually add my sense and purpose income. We're going to make that about $100, and that offsets the date night. That's where we take the money for our date night. So that puts us up here. This is going to be kind of an expensive month for us. You can see that completely puts us in the negative when you take our first half of the month income, $2,100, and you subtract our expenses. That leaves us at negative $450 plus. And for the second half of the month, we are at negative about $20. I say this every month. I'm not too worried about it. My husband's pay will probably come in a little bit higher. It will even out. If we do not make it, I will just adjust, usually in the cash envelopes. Somebody asked me on Instagram, and I couldn't find the comment to respond. Somebody asked me if I would consider coming and doing kind of a recap of my budget each month here on YouTube. And there's two reasons I don't do that. Number one, I just can't seem to get myself to make more than one video each week. And I'm already doing a budgeting video once a month. So if I then dedicate another video to wrapping up my budget each month, now that's half of my videos that are going to be just about my monthly budget. And I feel like while people might like the budgeting videos, that's a lot. And I definitely need to have additional content on my YouTube channel other than monthly budgeting. And the other reason I don't do that is twofold. Number one, I'm really bad at reconciling my budget. I probably shouldn't admit that because I highly recommend you guys take the time to reconcile your budget, but I've never really done it consistently. The second reason is I share my husband's estimated income on here. He's okay with that. I don't think he's too keen on me sharing specific income numbers, the actual income numbers. And I choose to put everything here on the internet, and he supports it, but I want to respect any boundaries that he may have. And that's one that he hasn't drawn a hard line, but every time I've talked to him about it, I could tell he wasn't very excited about it. So that's something that I choose to respect with his personal business. And as of now, it's just not something I will do. If he ever changes, then maybe I will consider doing it. But I did want to touch on that quickly because I did get that question before. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you guys a little update. As of now, I don't have this updated. I apologize. As of now, our current balance in our emergency fund is actually $8,800. And the reason it's $8,800 is not because we put more money in, but I realized we have an extra half a mortgage payment sitting in our mortgage account. We were going to use it to make a principal payment on our mortgage at the end of the year. But since we do not yet have our emergency fund complete, it just doesn't make sense to me to take that money and put it on the mortgage when we really need to finish this emergency fund. So I'm dedicating that extra $700 plus to our emergency fund. And we now have $8,800 sitting in our emergency fund. So I'm going to hop off the computer and wrap this video up. Okay guys, so that was our January budget. I hope you found this video helpful in some way. If you liked it, I would really appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. That helps me out so much. And if you're not a subscriber and you like videos like this, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I make a budget video like this every single month, in addition to lots of other personal finance content, and I would love to have you here as part of my YouTube family. So I hope you guys have an amazing holiday season, and I will see you back here in 2020. Crazy! Have a great day. Bye!